Welcome to the Life Podcast. I want to ask you one question. Where do you shine? Where does your light shine at? Who's seeing your light? Who is seeing the special parts about you? Who is seeing who you really are? Are you hiding who you are? Are you afraid that people really might see you smile? Are you afraid that people might see things about you that may not be as favorable or popular? But those things about you are special and they're unique. And yes, that might be cliche to say, we're all unique. But it's more than that. It's more than just a cliche. We're all here for something. You may not know what it is. I didn't know what it was for me for a long time. Although in some aspects it was right in front of my face. I thought that I could try to become what my purpose was by following other people and their purpose. Let me explain a little bit more. I thought that if I could constantly compare myself to everybody else and what they're doing, it would help me gauge what I need to be doing. And although that might sound really crazy to you, maybe it doesn't. Because maybe it's something that you do. Maybe you constantly compare yourself to everything and everyone. Maybe your life is a compilation of external opinions and thoughts of other people. Maybe you don't even know it. Because sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get caught up in something for so long and we see so many people do the same thing that we feel like that's what we should be doing, and it's secondhand and we're supposed to be doing it, right? Like that's what you do. But we allow so many things outside of ourselves to determine so many things that's within us. So many things that are special. So many things that are so tailored to you and what you're here to do. And a lot of times we let it lay dormant. Because as long as we compare ourselves to somebody else, it'll never be good enough. I did that so many times, and it's definitely something that you have to work through consistently. Because if you don't, you know what happens. Every time you do something, you think about the way somebody else did it. You think about the way he did it. You think about the way they did it. You think about the way she did it. You think about the way she sound. You think about the way he sound. You think about the way he wrote it. You think about the way she wrote it. They wrote it. And you never really get a chance to really see what you did, because you can't, because the blinders are there. They're constantly in front of you. And the blinders are called comparison. Comparison is another way to interpret the opinions of others. It's another way we internalize opinions. For example, you could be a painter and you could love to paint, and this could be not only a pastime, it could be a passion of yours, and you actually want to pursue it in real life, and it might really be your purpose in life. And you see a painting or with your friends or with your family, and they look at the painting, knowing that you paint, and they constantly talk about other people's paintings in such high regard. And you want to be validated so bad by what you love to do. And so when you don't see people acknowledging your work the way they're acknowledging other people's work, you try to vicariously live through that validation through their comment or opinion about the other painting. So what you do is that every time you make a painting, you think about how other people thought about the other paintings. And now your originality is being tainted because you want the validation so bad. You want it to be you. You want them to say those things about you. And you can't. Because you can't control how people feel. You can't control what they think. And you can't control what they say. So it'll never happen. Not the way you want it. But if you continuously focus on what it is that you want to do, and you engulf yourself in that, and you don't look to the left, or you don't look to the right, you don't look behind you, and you don't look in front of you, you just focus on the presence of your purpose and what you're here to do, all of those things will melt away. The comparison will melt away because no longer will you want to be like somebody else. You want to be better you. And that's somebody that people have never been. They've never been a better you. They could never be a better you. There's nothing about that they could be. And no, you may not even be the best. But what is the best? That's the best is what somebody else does. That's not your best. The best and your best is not the same. Because we're all different. And in society, we learn not to appreciate differences. Differences are not allowed in our society. But there was a celebration. And that celebration took place when you were born. Because a celebration is that you get to fulfill your purpose unapologetically. It is your right to be who you are. The universe has made space for you. Everything has made space. Your gift makes room for you. All that really means is that before you were born, you were already destined to be something. You were already destined to do something. So whatever it is, whatever specialness, whatever uniqueness, whatever gifts that you have, there's already an audience for you. There's already people ready to cheer you on. Because it already was. Your purpose already was. So that means that there's already that niche of people. Whatever you're here to do, whatever you're here to do. Some people are here to do many things. Some people are here to do one thing. At the end of the day, know that you are just as important as everyone else. And you don't need to be anything except for you. And if you're not you, then who are you? Who can you be? besides you. You can't fulfill anyone else's destiny. You can't take anybody else's shoes. So it's just better to do you. And it always is. And it always will be. And if people don't understand what that is that you're here to do, they don't understand what they're here to do. And trust me, people who are really walking in their purpose, when you walk in your purpose, they see that. And when you walk in your purpose, you'll see it in other people too. And you won't be so quick to judge when people are doing things. Because when you walk in your purpose, you know when people are walking in theirs. So, it may not be something that's overnight, but you can do it. You have what it takes. You have what it takes. Everyone has what it takes to fulfill their purpose. Everybody. You just have to figure out if you're worth it. If you're greater than the opinions. And if you're greater than the comparisons that you put on yourself. Alright guys. Peace out.